Yo, all right. Doing this live. Hey, welcome everyone to the Daddy Everyday Show. You'll notice some changes with that in the near future, but I want to thank everybody that's already on. Everyone jumping on Everyday Show. For this live. We're trying something new. Changes with that. Maybe near future, but the future. So let's see how that goes. Already on. Everyone jumping on.
Purpose of this
show,
live
episode right here,
something
talk
new
about maybe the Daddy Everyday community and resources. Already on. It may sound like an infomercial episode right here, except for there's no end for Daddy Everyday price. I'm just gonna give you the information, and I'm gonna let the spirit move you. Except for when that spirit do move you, Daddy Everyday has the information you need. I'm just gonna give you the information, and I'm gonna let the spirit move. But before I get into the Daddy Everyday do move you, center, information you need, story time, activation. So now you guys know before you're watching this, you've been following me do move you, friends, family. But I started, so now you guys every day about you're watching this, you've been following me. Started with a book, an idea. So some of you guys have heard this story. I started, so now you guys every day about you're watching this, you've been following me. Let me tell you how Daddy every day got idea. So some of you guys have heard this story. I started, so my oldest son, Daddy 18 now. So let me tell you, 6 in kindergarten. So I help him with his homework every day. I started, so I'm helping him with his homework one day. I think I'm signing something. Let me tell you, 6. And he comes over to me and says, I help him with his homework. I love it when you help me with my homework. So I'm helping him with his homework one day. Put his head on. I think I'm signing my shoulder. And he comes over. It was like a light bulb. I love it when you like. I finally get it, Daddy. People say they had that light bulb moment, that aha moment. And he comes over. That's like a light bulb. But all I knew was Daddy every day. That's all I had. So I opened up my laptop and I typed up Daddy every day at the top of a document. And I just left it at that. Just Daddy every day. So a couple of days passed by. So I go back to that document and I start typing. I literally just started typing. And it was about fatherhood, obviously. And I really let the spirit move me. And this is why you guys have probably heard me say before, this is my purpose. Because I never dreamed of writing a book or anything. But that document will become Daddy Every Day, Rewriting the Black American Dad Story, my first book. And from there, I wrote several other books. Fresh Start for Dads, Reconnecting After Prison, Mommy Every Day, Finding Balance in Mommyhood. I wrote a date book, and me and Kendrick co-authored a kids activity book. So this is roughly 10, 12 years ago. I will eventually do book workshops and seminars and things like that. And then someone said, you should start a nonprofit for fathers to really get this message out there. And I was hesitant at first. I was like, I don't know anything about running a nonprofit, but I also didn't know anything about writing a book and publishing a book and selling a book and all that type of stuff. So I did it, and it's been a wonderful journey. Like, I've done workshops at Gatorade, several schools, libraries. So it's been a wonderful experience. Like right now, I'm let's say a consultant for a prison for parenting class in prison in California, where I send them books. The inmates, fathers, have questions, and they'll send to me, and I'll answer for them. So it's been a wild ride. I've sold books in China, the UK. I just got featured in a book. 100 dads and their take on pregnancy. Sorry, I'm jumping up the title, but it literally just came out last month. And this is a global book. It's based out of the UK, and it's amazing. It's amazing. So I am thrilled. I've been featured in half a dozen magazines, newspaper articles. So it's been a wild ride. But one of the things that came to me while I was having this aha moment and going on this ride with writing books, starting a nonprofit, was opening a center. So like this ideal in opening a Daddy Everyday Center has to be at least 8 years old, like the ideal of opening the center. And I'm gonna tell you a danger is listening to people that go against what's on your heart. And I mentioned this to someone well respected in the business industry, and he does mentoring and all that. And I asked about opening a center, and he said it was a bad idea. And no explanation, no, hey, this is the reason why. And I dropped it. I would say in the last 2 years, it's been like really eating at me to really get it going, like to open this center. And the last few months, it's like all I can think about is opening this center. So I'm here. Like now is the time. Like I cannot think of anything else, and it's so needed. Like every time I mention it to fathers, mothers as well about my ideal opening center, they say yes, it's needed, and it doesn't matter what community either. Like every community needs this, and there's like plenty of outlets for mothers, but there's not that many outlets for fathers. And I have my notes obviously, and I'm gonna go over pretty much the case of why the Daddy Everyday Community and Resource Center is needed. So, and here's I'm about to give you guys my spiel on why I have to do this. And it's like I said, it's been on my heart, and it's something I just can't shake. So it's one of those things. This is him continuing to walk me on this Daddy Everyday journey. And I always wanted to be in the music business. I want to tell you guys the truth. Like when I first graduated from high school, I went to college, and my goal was to, get into the music business. And like, even when I was in college, my nickname was Lil Puff. Obviously, I don't want to go by that right now at all, but that's because that's how my head was driven, and did some things in the music industry after college, but just never jumped off. It's like I think my head was in it, or my heart wasn't, or my heart was in it, or my head wasn't in it. It was one or the other, but it was something that kept me from like really going all in, or just being young and naive too. So, but I can tell you, once this Daddy Everyday thing hit, it was something I could not stop. I just couldn't shake. Like as much as I wanted to at times, because at times it felt like it was just like trying to write, trying to figure out outlets to get my books out. It was like really daunting. But when I relax and I just let the Spirit work through me, it gets a lot easier. And I think even with this trying to open this center, I need to calm down some and let him, because if he put it on me, he's gonna make a way. Like I'm probably like the avenues and the outlets are there, but because I'm overthinking or trying to do it my way, I'm blocking my own blessings, so to say. And we can do that too, like by when he lays out a path for you and you know you're walking on that path, trust that he will continue to guide you. And I think a lot of times I get in that way. And he just probably just stands there shaking his head, knowing that I'll eventually get it together. So this is me now trying to relax some and let him continue to work through me. But the case for why I want to open this office. Now, I've done seminars and workshops and things like that, as I mentioned, at libraries and schools. I've talked at other nonprofit organizations. But I need my own building. And I'm going to tell you, when the pandemic hit, I had schools and libraries all lined up to speak. Like 2020 was going to be the year. Like 2020, I also was featured in Target's Black History Month campaign. So it was going to be a glorious year. And then the pandemic hit and shut all that down. And it will be years before we can actually, before we're able to go back into schools and have workshops and things like that. And it's funny because had I had my office open, obviously the beginning part of the pandemic, I wouldn't have had it open, but eventually I still would have been able to assist fathers. It would have been in a limited capacity, but I still would have been able to assist. Um, that's one of the reasons why I feel like I have to have my own center where I don't have timelines or I have to set a date to do something. We like if fathers need assistance on Tuesday, then we're having the workshop, we're having a group therapy or whatever is needed to continue to help fathers. All right, so one of the things that the space will allow me to do is create a safe haven for fathers to go, to get advice, to be heard. Sometimes fathers just want to be around other fathers, to bond with, to get advice from. I'm at a stage where I give a lot of advice to fathers, but I'm experiencing something with Kendrick going to college next year. I've never been there before. Like I pull from fathers that's already been there. Like my youngest one, Dylan's going to middle school next year. So now I've been through that with Kendrick. So now I know how to aid Dylan as far as going to this next level. But with Kendrick going to the next level in college, I haven't been there. So it's nice that I'm able to pull from experiences of other fathers of how they got through it. Because I feel like I'm going to get emotional. I know Kendrick's probably watching this, but I can feel it because I can remember when the kid was a baby. I remember when he gave me the inspiration for Daddy Every Day. So, but being able to do workshops and set up my own schedule of them. Like if I want to have a workshop Monday morning, Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, I can do that and maneuver as I want. If I need to do a second workshop in the same day, I'm able to do that. And with social media, I'm able to, put it out there like, hey, we're doing this. Obviously with text messages and everything else, I'm able to make things happen in the same day. Just like how you guys are watching this live kind of thing. Like I can maneuver the way I want to. I also want a space for networking with other nonprofits where it can just be set up a day and just nonprofits come in and we just powwow and brainstorm over how we can improve our community. Drop in support for fathers. Like I want to continue to work with fathers that are incarcerated and those that are, up for parole and them guiding them on their next steps now that they're out and how to connect with their children, search for job. I want to have like workshops that include like interviewing skills, filling out applications, those type things. So it's very important for me to get this physical location, and I'm thrilled about it. I'm nervous, cannot lie. I'm nervous and excited. Like those energies are mixed around. Sometimes I feel nervous about it, and sometimes I feel really excited about it. So of course, I'm gonna be fundraising, and the links for that obviously is going to be on daddyeveryday.org. I want to make sure I put that out there. But when I open this space, and I say when because I know it's going to happen. It's not even like one of those things where I'm hoping for. It's like when I think of the space, I already think about how it's going to look, how I'm going to aid fathers on an everyday basis. Like I want to live that daddy every day. I want to either be having workshops, Zoom calls, having live shows like this. Like every day fathers can get the knowledge, the encouragement, that engagement kind of things. Like I'm gonna get better at doing lives where I'm actually interacting with people, but that's down the road. I'll get my weight up on that. But I get overwhelmed sometimes, but in a good way. In a good way of when I'm talking about it. Like, of course you guys know I have the day gig, and I try not to spend too much time talking about that because I'm laser focused when I'm at work. But like lately, a lot of the team members been coming up to me because I'm featured in our Black History Month setup that we have there, like my books and my handsome mug is posted up there. And I'm sitting between President Obama and Bob Marley, and I'm right there in the middle because the theme is creators of today and tomorrow. So really thrilled about that. But a lot of people that I work with and that I've been working with for years didn't know that I'm actually an author. I run a nonprofit. That's because, one, I'm laser focused at work. And two, I do a really, really bad job of talking myself up when it comes to Daddy Every Day. And I'm definitely like this, me shooting this show right here every week is a way of me trying to get better at putting myself out there. Like I've really been, I'm really a behind the scenes kind of person. I may at times have an outgoing personality, but like when it comes to talking about me, I'm really bad at it. I'm really, I don't know. It's and I'm hard at taking compliments. Like when people tell me your book was great or things like that, I'm extremely humble. But I think I want to channel my inner Terrell Owens and Ocho Cinco and like really put myself out there and talk highly of myself. Like when I say my books can be impactful, it's proven. Like the reviews are in, so to say, and the feedback that I'm getting. When I say you should watch the show, I'm going to drop something that you can use. It's been proven. The people tell me. So it's not like I'm just saying this and, hey, buy this, support this, you're going to love it. It's proven that I am working, from a higher level, so to say, and that's what I'm giving you. Like everything you guys receive, see from me, hear from me, is me. It's me. I don't fake anything. And I try to be real with you guys. It's like, if you've heard me before, if you ever watched this podcast, it's like having a conversation with me. At times, it can be confusing, very difficult, but it's just me. And I genuinely want to help people. I really have a place for fathers because I love fatherhood. And I know there's fathers out there that are struggling in different ways. And at times I feel like I'm struggling in fatherhood, just trying to balance it all. And remember what I said about balancing. You can't truly have everything, juggling everything perfectly at the same time. It's about knowing when to sacrifice this for that kind of thing. So, and I still struggle with that. But then at times I have to remind myself, everything I'm doing, like if I put work first, it's for the greater good because that's how bills get paid, obviously. But I make sure I get my quality time in with my boys because they need that and I need it. Like when I sit and play Madden with Kendrick, even though he's kicking my butt most of the time, I'm going to get a win. And when I get a win, I'm probably going to do a live on it. But I need that to get that connection with him. Like we're talking trash the whole time, but we love it. Like even when he beats my butt, like I'm thinking about it. I tell people about him beating me because I love that quality time. When me and Dylan are getting our quality time in, just yesterday he had me watch new episodes of Bluey. My man loves Bluey. Bluey is actually not bad either. I actually find it really cute. I think I'm a good dad, but the dad on Bluey is an amazing dad. If you ever seen the show, he is an amazing dad. Now he goes hard in the paint. I dream of being on his level and his interaction with his kids. So if you have tiny ones, I definitely highly recommend Bluey. But let me get back to my notes, guys, because I had some other great points. And if you're a follower of this podcast, you know I go off script quite a bit. The events and workshops. Oh, my God. I have so many concepts for workshops and events. One of is I want to do a monthly family fun event where families come into the center and we do arts and crafts, do like talent shows, and then shows where the dads perform for the kids or parents, because I want it to be a family-oriented thing. So it's not just dads for the family fun events. I want mothers to come out as well. And speaking of mothers, I actually want to have workshops with mothers too. And that maybe not even workshops, so to say, more like panels, because I want fathers to really know what's going on with mothers and and so that we can get a better perspective, to be better fathers, to be better husbands, to be better significant others. Like, we can learn from mothers as well. So I definitely want this to be a family thing. But obviously, the core of what the Daddy Everyday Community and Resource Center is going to do is going to be aimed at making fathers better leaders in our community, develop men. Like I'm 48 now, and I still feel like I'm developing as a man. I know, like, I've been divorced almost going on 4 years now. I think next time around I'll be a better husband because I took the time to start learning and developing and talking with other men, those that are still married, those that are divorced, and just learning, just picking up on things that I realized in hindsight that I did wrong, and with new information, like how I can be better at that. So, like, even at 48, I'm still learning, I'm still growing. I probably continue to learn and grow until I'm no longer here. So I guess you never stop learning, that kind of thing. So, but that's the kind of environment I want to create at the center. It's like where we come together. If there's things going on in our community, like brainstorming, not just through politics, but like what can we do as people living in the community to improve the community, and not always having to wait on someone else to pass a law and things like that. But like, what can we do? What can we do to assist schools? Like, I'm not one of the ones that blame schools for the education of our kids, or if we feel like they're being undereducated. I'm one of the ones like, what can I do to assist schools in better preparing our kids? Like, I want to be solution based. I don't want, like, you'll never hear a podcast where I just come on and just complain about things. You'll never hear me on any platform just complaining about things without a solution. Everything I do is solution based, and the solutions is through us. My solution will never be if somebody else did something. It will always be like, what can I do to improve the situation? What can we do together to improve the situation? And that's what I want to bring to the center. I want those kind of, that dialogue to happen on a regular basis, not just when something happened, but being proactive and, of course, sometimes reactive, obviously, but just we're always on the move to figure out what's next. And I had there's an opportunity for me to work with another nonprofit on a project, and that's the kind of things that I want to do. I want nonprofits to get together to better our community. So those are the kind of things I want to have at the center. Parenting workshop classes, co-parenting classes, child development classes. I want to have therapy sessions, group therapy sessions. I want to bring in therapists to work with fathers, counseling sessions, mentors. I want to develop a mentor program where men are mentoring younger men, maybe mentoring teens. I want to have a program where married men are mentoring newlyweds. Education and skill development, employment assistant training. I want to have lawyers to come in and do workshops like preparing men for divorce, preparing men for child support. Like, I want to have all those boxes checked, like where whatever guys are going through, whether it's like going through a divorce, separation, the loss of a spouse, whatever, like to have those type of sessions, workshops, seminars, all those things to be able to be hosted the Daddy Everyday Community and Resource Center. I know that's a mouthful, sometimes you can just call it the center. I want to have events like really celebrating Father's Day. Like, it's funny because for Mother's Day, you can't hardly get into a restaurant unless you made a reservation. But on Father's Day, it's easy to get into a restaurant. It's like another day. But I really want to celebrate fathers. Like, we just don't get the recognition that we should. And I'm not even saying more than mothers. I just think equal. I think both spouses or parents are essential for the development of kids. So it doesn't just like mothers do more because they gave birth. No, I think both are important and can really educate the kids at that. Like, I feel mothers can raise a boy to a man, but a father can show a boy how to be a man. So, but I want to have those kind of celebration of men, fathers. I want to have, parent-child bonding events, like where we're showing fathers how to truly bond with their kids, because that's a question I get a lot is, how do you bond with your kids? And it's really simple. It's just, connecting in a way like something that they like, you learn to like it or get into it kind of thing. But I want to be able to teach those kind of classes that aid fathers in connecting with their kids. I want to have workshops for parolees, fathers that want to, continue or reconnect with their kids after prison. But a lot of that work starts while they're in prison. That's why I'm trying to work with fathers while they're in prison, because they need to start doing that connection while they're there to make it easier when they get out, those kind of things. And also like to get their stuff together in order before they get out, because I think getting released and then coming up with a plan, you're already behind. It's already going to be a struggle to begin with. So you have to prepare yourself before. So like I want to have those kind of workshops. So like when the fathers get out, some of the ones I work with while they're in prison, so when they get out, we can continue to get them back going and get that fresh start. So the big thing for me, obviously, to make this center happen is raising the funds. Now, of course, I'm going to go after grants, do the whole sponsorship thing with organizations. But my biggest thing is I want to do it mostly through donations. And the reason why is because if you guys support the concept that I have for Daddy Every Day, then that's the way I can run it. When you get into doing grants and things like that, they may have a particular way that they want things done. And I just don't want any limitations. I want to be able to run this the way it needs to be ran, the way the Spirit put it on my heart to run it. I want to be able to have all these different type of events for fathers and families, because my real goal is to help fathers, but the real goal is to help children. Like when I first started doing this Daddy Every Day thing, and I was thinking, like when my book was coming out, my first book was coming out, I was able to add a chapter because Dylan was being born. So I added that chapter. I want the world to be great for them. Like I want, like when they come my age, the world to be a better place. And I know for it to be a better place, the people that they're going to grow up with need to be better. And the only way for them to be better is for the generation before them to get them better, their fathers and their mothers. So in essence, I really want this for Kendrick and Dylan to live in a better world. And then the people they know, their friends, to live in a better world. And it starts with us now, the parents. Like, we have to do the things to make this place better. And it doesn't just mean relying just on politicians to get things done and your local city council and things like that. It's about us parents, like really just going out there and doing the thing, going to schools. I think if you haven't met your kid's teacher, I won't say shame on you, because it's difficult, but I will say that there needs to be a relationship. I love that we have Class Dojo, that I can communicate back and forth with my kids' teachers, so that I don't have to, always, take off work to go see them. But like, there needs to be a connection, because I love it when I bring something up to Dylan, and he's like, "How do you know that?" That's because his teacher messaged me, or I messaged his teacher. Like, that's the way it should be. Like, the kids should know that we're all about school, and we have that relationship with their teachers and things like that, to show that connection, to show, all right, we're all on the same page. We all want the best for you. And if you don't do the best, I will know, that kind of thing. So I'm just all about community. Like, I really am. I volunteered over the years, volunteered at various nonprofits, just to be engaged with the community. So this is the biggest thing I've ever tried to tackle. Like, of all the things I've done and accomplished in my life, this is by far the biggest thing that I'm going to take on, obviously, other than raising two amazing sons. So that's what I want the center to do for other dads. I want them to enjoy and have that passion for fatherhood. And a lot of them, it's more of a struggle, so it's kind of hard to have that joy and that passion. And I want to help. I want to help the ones that are already doing great and just want to get better. I want to help the ones that are in prison and want to be better. Not just better fathers, but better men. I want to equip them, educate them, encourage them, and empower them to be better. So that is going to be my spiel. So I will be taking donations, obviously, not this second, but on the daddyeveryday.org website, you guys can be able to donate. You'll see more information on the center. Of course, I'll be posting new things about it, letting you guys take the journey with me, because I started checking out spaces and things like that. I'm still, like I said, I am doing the sponsorship letters. I probably won't put out anything about that until it's done, until like the check's in hand kind of thing. But there is interest. So a lot of it just requires me just doing that footwork. So that I'm all in. Like, so if we're ever having a conversation about one thing and somehow I start talking about the center, just let me be and let me talk about it, because I'm really amped up about it. I'm really excited. And like I said, I'm still nervous about it at times, but it is something that's been on my heart for a while, and it's just getting stronger and stronger. So now's the time for me to really do it. And maybe there's something about timing. Maybe had I did it like 8 years ago, I would have did it. Maybe it would have failed, and then that would have been it. But I've done a lot without it. Now it's time to really level up Daddy Every Day. And this is my way of doing it. I want to definitely thank those that have supported in the past. I just sent some books for those that have donated to Daddy Every Day. I sent books over to Folsom State Prison in California. I'm going to be doing book drives so I can send more to Georgia prisons. Like, I really want to start getting into Georgia prisons, and there's other nonprofit organizations that already do that, so I want to partner with them. A lot of things I'm not even going to try to reinvent the wheel. I would just partner up with other nonprofits. One thing I will say about the nonprofit game is, for the most part, of all the different ones I've worked with, talked with, there's no competition. Like, some of them have put me on the stuff that they couldn't take advantage of, but put it out there for me. And I've done that for others. Like, it's not a competition thing. And one of my issues has been I don't focus on the money aspect, but you can't run a nonprofit without raising funds. So if you guys hear me talking about Donation Tuesday or Giving Tuesday, because I'm going to be doing that, just know I'm doing it for Daddy Every Day. So don't be like, oh, here you come asking for money again. I'm doing it for Daddy Every Day. Other ways to support Daddy Every Day is supporting our bookstore, daddyeverydayshop.com, clothing store, daddyeverydayclothing.com. All those links are in the daddyeveryday.org website. Obviously, you'll see PayPal and all the other ways that you can donate. I thank you guys so much for everyone that's been tuning in to the Daddy Everyday Show. It's been, the beginning was a struggle for me with the anxiety I had. So much better now. I'm so much more comfortable with who I am. And it's crazy because at this age, you would think, you should already be comfortable with who you are. I challenge people to be comfortable with who you are. Like for years, up until recently, I struggled with who I am and being comfortable with me. I am completely comfortable with who I am. I make no apologies for who I am. So that's what you're going to get when you come to the Everyday Center. Is like just authentic me. I care. I'm very passionate about parenthood. I want to see others excel. Even with the author game, like I've been helping other authors, and it's a joy to see someone that asks me some advice in the beginning of their stages of writing a book, and then to see that book published. And there's several that I've helped. So I want to do that more with, fatherhood. It's amazing. Like I was at work one day, and a guy said, "Daddy every day." He knew me from my work. Never met the guy in my life, but he knew me from my work. So it's just time to level up. That's where I am in life. It's just now to go to that next level, and I need you guys. I need your support. When I have events come out, when you see me post something, share. That's the simplest way that you guys can support not just me, but any of your friends and families that has a business or have an event coming up. Like it, comment, and share. It costs you absolutely nothing, and it takes seconds to do. Just like that'll help the message, the post or whatever, to get seen by more people. So like you're truly supporting your friends and family by simply liking, commenting, and sharing. I promise you, they'll see better results if you did that. If you did that with, like, in particular, the friends that you believe in and support. Let me say that. Like, you may not, everything that somebody's doing, you may not truly support. And I totally understand that. But if you really support somebody, do those things. You never have to even spend a dime. That right there is showing support. That'll save them on advertising costs and that kind of thing if their friends just did that, because that message or post or whatever or get in the faces of more people and people that they don't even know, that they would have never even reached, but because you shared it, now they're getting a whole different audience. So that's my ask for me. If you support me, that's my ask, is to like, comment, and share. Anything you see that says Daddy Every Day is to do that. And I challenge you to do that for any of your friends and family that you support, to do that. Those 3 little simple things will go a long way. Like even with this episode right here, if you feel the spirit move you, like, yes, I can get behind the Daddy Everyday Center, and you want more people to know about it, share this link, share this live right here with someone. You can go back to any of my episodes and share, or any of my posts, or share my link to Daddy Every Day. Suggest it to someone. Suggest it to a father. If you checked out my books, suggest the books to someone. Like, whatever you see Daddy Every Day and you support, I want you guys to really start showing the support by liking, sharing, and commenting. And then anything after that, let the spirit move you. But that's about all I have for you guys. Let me do something while I'm still live. Oh, look at you guys. It looked like you guys were already doing the whole commenting and all that stuff. That's what I'm talking about. All right. I got me a tribe, y'all. I got me a tribe. I thank you guys so much for tuning in. I don't even know how long it's been. I've been wanting, my episodes to be like 30 minutes because I want you guys to consume it. I don't want you guys to have to decide whether. Has it been over 30 minutes? Oh, because I can talk. Apparently, I can talk. Like I saw my sister on here, so yeah, I can talk much like my sister too. Like she'll talk her. She'll probably get me for that later. But no, I truly love you guys for this. I'm looking at this. My family's in here, my friend, man. I truly love you guys for this. I really appreciate this. I'm probably gonna cry in the car. I really appreciate this, guy. This is the support I want, I need to make this thing happen. So with this kind of support, when I have those nights where or moments where I'm a little nervous and I won't say scared, but just nervous on, taking on a big project like this. This is the stuff right here that gets me through. When I see a review or somebody says thank you for something that I wrote or an episode, it really moves me. But I thank you guys. I'm going to let you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thank you. If you think me doing more lives and maybe going to evening time doing lives throughout the week, put in the comments, like suggest a day and time that you think would be great for the Daddy Everyday show. Like put that in the comments. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'll read over all your comments. Thank you so much. I can't wait to get this center kicked off. I'm shooting for Father's Day. I'm shooting to have the money secured and the building secured by Father's Day. So I got to put in that work. So you're going to see a lot of posts and everything, asking for donations, all the other stuff, like, comment, and share, and all the other good stuff. All right, you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. There's no football, so I don't know what you're going to do, but enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'm out. How was that, Big Lat? We still live? If I start talking about them, I'm looking at this. This is crazy. I'm in awe of the support they gave me for this live. I really am.